Peace and light, Ashley Amanda here, and in this video I'm going to give you some tips on how to start your jewelry brand, on how to launch. So if you've never been to my channel or if you've never heard of me, like I said, my name is Ashley Amanda. I am the owner and designer of Bella Body Beads. We are located in Tampa, Florida, and I specialize in waist beads and crystal jewelry. I love crystals. So with that being said, I really want to teach and share everything that I know regarding just this jewelry business, building your jewelry brand. I was able to, when I did decide to launch, because I had been making jewelry for a lot of years, but when I did decide to launch and bring my jewelry online and start my store, I was able to get online, build big enough to where I opened my first retail location in less than a year of my online launch. And we're going on year 2 as far as having a physical location. So I'm very grateful and very blessed. And I want to teach and show everything that I know with this YouTube channel for other jewelry designers. So let's get started and let's talk about what you're going to need in the beginning, just setting the foundation, because it's going to be a lot more than 10 to 15 steps, but let's set the foundation in this video. The first thing is to just start. So if you've been designing jewelry, you've been showing it to your friends and family, but you are a little afraid or a lot afraid to put it online, to put it on social media, then just do it. That's all I can say. Don't worry about what other people are going to think about your designs. Do not worry about the reactions. We tend to base value and worth of what we're doing off of interaction on social media, and you can't do that. Understand that there are algorithms in place. Understand that you need to really build your audience. Understand that there are some people that are going to scroll, they'll look at it and they really do like it, but they just don't hit that button, and that's okay. So the amount of likes and the amount of interaction that you see from people in the beginning, even when you get bigger, it doesn't matter. That's not going to be the determining factor of the value of what you're doing. So just get started. Do not worry about what other people think. It's about what you think and what your intentions are. So start that Instagram page separate. In my opinion, I would make it separate from my personal page. Start that Facebook page. Go ahead and open you up a Facebook business page, or you can even set up a YouTube channel to show people what it's like as you are starting to really build your jewelry brand from the ground up. We love to see stuff like that. Vlogs are so amazing. So just get started. Don't worry about anything else. Just do it. Create a calendar. You want to set aside time every single week to work on your dream, to work on your business. So most people are working a full-time career and then they're trying to work on their jewelry brand on the side, when they get off of work and stuff like that. The thing is, you don't want to just do it sporadically. You want to have a schedule so that way you can hold yourself accountable and you can show up and you can stay on track. I know for me, when I was working my full-time career, it was very, very, very demanding. I traveled a lot. On top of that, I am a mom. And so I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to fit this in at first? And then I'm like, you know what? No, this is what I want. I'm going to invest in myself the same way I'm investing in these people's company, the same way I have built their company when it comes to, because I was in marketing and advertising, the same way I helped them build. And I was a very big part of that is what I need to do for myself. And so that's what I did. I think my schedule was like 5 days a week as far as what I would work when I would work after my regular job. I would work on my business 5 days a week, creating jewelry, doing my marketing, doing my branding, working on different content, just stockpiling stuff, putting stuff together. So that way I had everything that I needed when it was time for my big launch. And so you want to make that schedule so you can hold yourself accountable. I would work from like 8 o'clock at night until about 1 o'clock in the morning. So, and that was after going to work all day. That was after cooking dinner. That was after doing sports with my son. I had everything done. And then I would literally, my free time was me investing in me and working on my business. So create that schedule and stick to it. And before you know it, you're going to feel like I did that day that I gave my notice. I waited for that for a long time. I even loved my job. I loved marketing and advertising. I loved it, loved it. I did marketing and advertising for property management companies and real estate. But when I tell you, when I gave that notice, it was scary and it was amazing at the same time because I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm really going to do this. I'm really going to do my jewelry brand full time. And I'm a single mom. And I'm just about to take this risk. I'm about to jump. And when I jumped, it was the best jump I ever made. So make that schedule, stick to it, do not stop. And when it's your time, you're going to know it's going to be showtime. Be unique and authentic. There are lots of people making bracelets, waist beads, necklaces, earrings, anklets. You name it, we're all making it. But what will set you apart is having your own style, okay? It's okay to get inspiration from other people, but you have to make sure that when someone sees a piece of jewelry, they have a good idea that it's yours. That's how you want to be able to stand out. If you're simply recreating what someone else is doing, it's not going to work. You have to pull from your personality. My personality, my style is very boho chic. I love neutral colors. I love to work with crystals. I love just the whole vibe of boho chic. My home is that way. The Bella Body Beads store looks like that. Like, you know, it's me wherever you turn. I dress like that. It's my style, and that's how I create. So find your style. Maybe you are bright and you are bold and your jewelry can reflect that. So definitely listen to yourself and be you. Be unique, stand out, and your customers will know that they're always getting something different from you. Set up a website, period. A website needs to be set up. There are too many amazing platforms out here, whether it's Wix, which is what I use, whether it's Squarespace, whether it's Shopify, whether it's Etsy. Set up a website. Some of those websites are literally, you just load your stuff in there. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles in the beginning. As you grow, make sure that you continue to grow your website. But in the very beginning, at the very least, you need to have your website set up. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to a website like GoDaddy. I have only ever used GoDaddy to purchase my domains. You're going to go there, buy your .com or whatever website that you want to get, but I suggest .com. Yeah, .com. And you want to secure that name and whatever your business name is. I secured bellabodybeads.com, but I also got all of the other ones as well. That is what I recommend if it's within your budget. Buy all of the domains, the .net, the .org, everything in your business name, so that way you have them. But if not, make sure that you at least get the .com, and then you want to go to whoever is going to host your website. So you want to go to either Wix, Squarespace, Etsy, Shopify, any of those, okay? And then there's way more out there as well. Those are not the only ones. Those are just the ones that came to my head. And you want to set up that website. There should be no reason that people should be DMing you. There should be no reason that you're telling people to message me for pricing and all this other kind of stuff. No, you need to be willing to invest in your brand. You need to be willing to invest in yourself. You need to be willing to invest in your customers. Your customers want to be able to have an online store that they can go and they can shop at comfortably. With Bella Body Beads, when I tell you everything is there, okay? I love speaking with my customers. That's why there's a phone number there. We have our phone number. It's available. We're available by phone during business hours at the store, but it's even better when all of your questions can be answered right there on the website. Frequently asked questions, shipping policy, return policy. You want to have information about yourself, so that way your customers know about the designer and they know who's creating their jewelry. Educate them on, if you're using crystals, what type of beads you're using, what type of materials you're using. All of that is very important because your website is your 24-hour store. It never closes. Never. I have people purchasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's nonstop. So invest in your customers and make sure that you have a comfortable shopping experience for them, and get a website. So make sure you are showing up on your social media pages. It is my recommendation that if you are just starting out and you're not that familiar with, really how to push your brand on social media, start with one platform. Start with one platform that you are comfortable with, not the platform that everybody's running to. And trust me, there are millions and millions and millions of people on all platforms, and where you build your audience in the beginning will be your audience, okay? And then you can go to the next platform and the next platform. So let's say you're starting at Instagram. If you start at Instagram, master Instagram, build Instagram, and then really focus on Facebook, because guess what? Now you already really know how you built Instagram. You know the work that it took, you know the interaction and the engagement that it took. And so you'll be able to do that when you go over to Facebook or Twitter or wherever a lot easier. And you'll be able to do them both together easy, if that makes sense. So because you'll already have the experience, but you got to show up for social media. You need to be posting at least once a day. Don't worry about the interaction. Just post, okay? Post. Who's supposed to see it will see it. Your audience will be your audience. So make sure you post. Make sure that you are being social. That's why it's called social media. You go to other people's pages, you comment, don't just sneak and look. You want to, if you like it, support other jewelry designers, comment on their pages, like their photos. We are all in this together. We all need each other. That's why I'm doing this channel, because I want to help sow those seeds within other jewelry brands. But nevertheless, you definitely need to make sure that you're being social. Meet different people on Instagram. I have met so many beautiful jewelry designers on Instagram just through exchanging messaging, and we have so much in common. So be social, show up for social media, have quality photos, and yes, that is going to be very important when you are starting out and to continue your journey into building your jewelry brand. So I just mentioned this when I was talking about social media, but pictures, you are going to want to make sure that you are taking quality photos. It is very easy to take quality photos. You just have to take the time to do it. So my recommendations would be to either get one of the really sturdy whiteboards. You can get it from like Hobby Lobby, Walmart, anywhere, but a sturdy whiteboard, like a poster board. And you can also get the wood squares or wooden rectangles in the crafts department. And I'll post some links below for some examples for you guys. I'll post some Amazon links for you guys to look at. So not affiliated with, these brands at all, but I want to give you guys some examples of what I'm talking about to where you can get some really good stuff to take your pictures. So those are really good. And that's what you're going to use to lay your jewelry on. You're going to position your jewelry. If you need some examples, go to bellabodybeads.com and you'll see kind of how I'm positioning the jewelry. I do recommend natural light. I have a lot of the circle lights that I use. I don't have one of those boxes where you can put your jewelry in there, like the white boxes, but I've heard a lot of people do like them. So I would go ahead and recommend those as well to see if they work best for you. But I like taking either my whiteboard, or I like taking my my wooden slab outside, not too much direct sunlight, but taking that outside with a couple of crystal props or a couple of, I love plants. So I'll do artificial plants. If I have some of my real plants, I'll keep them in the pot and I'll kind of lean them over. So that way you can kind of see them on the jewelry. And then I take the photo. So really play around with it. Really take your time. You don't need an expensive camera. You can literally take your photos with your iPhone, with your Android, whatever it is that you have. So just make sure the photos are quality and do not stop until you feel like you have gotten a good quality photo. This goes for in the beginning, and this is going to go for as you continue to grow. Do not compare yourself to others. We all do, whether it's something that we're doing artistically or whether it's just our hair, basic stuff. Do not compare yourself. Where you are going to be successful is understanding your own uniqueness. So, like I said earlier, it's okay to get inspiration and watch, what other people are doing and really become inspired by that. But you don't want to start comparing who's better. You don't want to do that. It is a rabbit hole that you don't want to go down, and it is a dark rabbit hole, and it's a dark rabbit hole of false illusions. Okay, you can't grow like that. So that is really important, is that you do not compare yourself to others. In your town or in your city, if your town and city, if they're still doing like neighborhood events, craft shows and stuff like that. I know here in Florida, we're still, as of right now, we're still doing craft shows and stuff like that. You definitely want to take advantage of those. That's kind of like grassroots marketing. You want to focus on your area as well. Online is great, but it's nothing like people coming up to your booth or your table or your tent and then being able to talk with the artists and really interact. I did a lot of arts and craft shows when I first started out, and those are some really, really fun days. Sometimes you're going to be busy, sometimes you're not, but overall, just getting out there, experiencing, being with your pieces and being able to explain to people that you handmade it, and being able to explain to people about, your jewelry and what it means to you and what your intentions are with those pieces. It's a great feeling. So definitely think about craft shows and doing local events in your area. If you feel this is what you are meant to do, do not give up. Do not stop. Continue, continue, continue. There's no time frame as to when your jewelry brand will get huge, and that's also subjective. It depends on what your definition of big is. Some people want to do it part-time. Some people want to do it full-time. Some people want to have, their own store. Some people just want to do online. Some people want to have multiple stores. Who knows? Whatever your ultimate goal is, make sure you write that down and you focus on that goal and you continue until you meet that goal. There's no time frame on it. We don't know how the universe works. We just know that we need to set our intentions and we need to do the work. So it could be a month, it could be 2 months, it could be 3 years, it can be 5 years. We don't know. But if you were putting in that work, I can tell you this, it's going to happen a lot faster than if you are procrastinating and if you stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. If this is something that you are passionate about, if this is something that you're talented about, do not stop. Don't worry about what else is going on. Continue for you. So that's all I got for this video anyway. So you guys know that you can reach me. All of my information is below, website, email address, but I also want to let you guys know that we have a new platform that will have new courses specifically for jewelry designers. So if you go to jewelryentrepreneurs.com, that will lead you to our new space where all of my jewelry entrepreneur courses will take place. So they're very interactive. You will have video, you will have audio. You can log in and log out whenever you want. You'll have your own account. There will be guides, printable guides. There will be calendars. There will be worksheets. There will be different vendor listings. There's going to be so much there that you're going to be able to use for your jewelry brand marketing, advertising, social media, you name it. There are going to be a lot of different courses specifically for jewelry designers. So before I built my jewelry brand to where it is now, my professional life for 16 years, I was in marketing and advertising before I decided to do my jewelry business full time. And so I'm just really excited to be able to bring those two things that are so important to me, that I love so much, that I feel like I'm very gifted in, to everyone. So jewelryentrepreneurs.com, make sure you go and sign up on our email list. We are doing our launch on February 15th. So 2021, I don't know what year you're going to see this video, but 2021 is the launch date, and we are excited and we are getting ready for it. Worked very hard with this. So until next time, peace and light.